Good to see you up and about.
Yeah.
Ever since graduating from the University of Mary, this has been the scene for Trevor Johnson, former wrestler and now a nurse in the ER at Sanford Health in Bismarck. But let's go back to before scrubs became his work uniform.
When I was 4 years old, my dad wrestled for Napoleon and then BJC back in the day, and then UMary for 2 years as well. So he started my brother and I out when we were 4 and 5 years old.
What started as just a young kid in the mat pack continued throughout high school at Bismarck, the most tradition-rich program in the state, a program the Johnson family played a part of building.
It was kind of cool for my brother and I because our head coach at Bismarck High was my dad's head coach at BJC when he was in college, Jeff Schumacher.
After having to transfer to Century in 7th grade where his brother Tyler was a state place winner, the brothers went back to BHS to continue the tradition.
And we transferred to Bismarck High just because that was where my uncle went to high school, and we've been wrestling in mat pack for a long time in the Bismarck High room, and it was a place where we knew we wanted to go wrestle for Jeff and Scott Nolan. There's no way I would have wrestled in college if I wasn't at Bismarck High. So.
Trevor was a 2-time state champion and he placed every year, but after high school came college.
I was recruited very lightly to wrestle in college. My brother was at NDSU. And their assistant coach did pretty much all the recruiting there at that time, and he came and sat down with me in my house before football practice, twice actually. So I decided to go to NDSU when I was a true freshman.
After a redshirt season, Trevor realized that wrestling at a Division I level wasn't for him, and that's when he transferred to the University of Mary.
I think why UMary, because initially because it was home, and you know, I needed some financial support. I wasn't going to be able to do stuff on my own at that point, and I didn't really have a religious background either, so that kind of flourished. I thought about not even wrestling when I came back, just because I was so burnt out from NDSU, and I came back and talked to Coach Brogan and asked if there was any scholarship opportunities, if they had any money left for scholarships, and he said they had some, and I said, well, I suppose I might as well. It's a way to help me out with tuition. And
once Trevor started competing for the Marauders, his success was instant. Johnson was a Division II All-American, but it's not easy taking part in this sport and studying in the nursing program.
Well, my mom's been a nurse for over 20 years, almost 20 years, and this is when you get into a program, you say, when you're in the first part of any kind of program for a bachelor degree, they ask you why'd you choose nursing? And at first, I was honest with the teachers. I said it because it's a lot of job security. It's easy to get a job outside of college, and who doesn't? There's not a lot of people that don't have college loans after 4 years.
What started out as job security turned into a passion worth working for.
It's not a very easy program to be in when you're in athletics either, because it's very extensive, and there's a lot of clinicals, a lot of coursework, and you're busy all week long, every week. So I don't know, it got pretty tough at times, but I was also lucky to have a coach that kind of gave me some leeway, because if I had to choose wrestling or nursing at that point, I would have chosen nursing. You can't wrestle forever.
Since graduating from the University of Mary, Trevor works full-time at Sanford in the ER and misses wrestling more than ever.
Every day. That's also kind of a loaded question, because I still volunteer coach at UMary, and when I was a senior, after I graduated, we had a new coach my senior year, and he asked if I wanted to coach. I said I would love to, but I obviously got a job here and I wanted to get a lot of experience, so I just told him I would volunteer and get out there as much as I can.
Johnson continues to help with as much as he can, whether it's in the emergency room or on the wrestling mat.